WBAY TV, your first alert station. Action 2 News at 6 starts now.
It's a Sunday afternoon in Green Bay, Wisconsin at 3:45. You're not expecting somebody to call from a foreign country saying that they're a resident from the east side of Green Bay and they're being held captive.
That is exactly the call that came into the Brown County 911 Center yesterday afternoon. Good evening, thanks for joining us. That woman who made the call is believed to be safe tonight, thanks to her fast thinking, finding a way to call dispatchers thousands of miles away in Green Bay.
This woman was never reported missing here. She called the non-emergency line to the Brown County Dispatch Center, saying she'd been held captive in the Dominican Republic for months, but managed to escape and needed help fast. In a story you will only see on Action 2 News, Sarah Thompson shows us how that frantic international call sent dispatchers and police on a mission to find her before her abductor got to her first.
It's not a typical call that we get, but we're trained to take those calls.
The call to the Brown County Communications Center Sunday afternoon may sound like a hoax or something out of a movie.
She said that she was in the Dominican Republic and that she was being held against her will.
The young woman tells a call taker she's from the east side of Green Bay, but met a man online and flew to the Dominican Republic to meet him in October, planning to stay a few weeks, but has been held captive since.
She was kept in a house with chains on it.
She tells them her abductor took her passport and phone, and she tried to escape before, but said police there misunderstood and didn't help, and calling 911 there would only give her a busy signal. Then yesterday, she runs to a market somewhere in a village near Santo Domingo, convincing someone to help, and using an app to access Wi-Fi, she has the smarts to dial the non-emergency number. That patches her into Brown County's 911 dispatch center. Supervisor Tracy Ertl says it takes only moments to know this is very real and very dangerous.
And she was ready for us with, this is who I am, this is where I live, I'm being held against my will, this is my circumstance, and I don't have much time because I ran here and he could come back at any time.
Ertl immediately brings in Green Bay police, and together they try to get the woman to describe her surroundings in a place she can't name with no address, her voice distorted by the overseas call.
It's a pink building. This is the color of the lettering. This is what the roof looks like. And we were zooming right in to Google Earth and trying to see, at least in general, where she was.
But time is working against them.
My worst fear was that we would be on an open line, that I would have a call taker on that open line along with me, and we would hear her being retaken again.
Knowing she had to get help moving in the Dominican, Ertl does something she's never done in her 27 years at dispatch.
I'm not sure I've ever had to call a U.S. Embassy before, but we jumped right to the U.S. Embassy because I knew that they would have the authority and the power to bring in those secondary resources.
For 3.5 hours, they search and all try to stay calm.
I told her at the end, I said, we're coming for you. We're coming to get you. Help is coming. We're going to get you out of there.
Shortly after 7 p.m. our time, officials in the Dominican find her.
I cried. We have a Green Bay citizen that's safe. Last night we got a win.
Ertl says the woman is now safe and believes she'll be returning to the U.S. very soon, as the investigation in the Dominican is just beginning. Sarah Thompson, Action 2 News, Green Bay.
Incredible story.
WBAY TV, your first alert station. Action 2 News at 5 starts now.
Brown County Public Safety, this is Leah. I came to a different country, and I'm kind of being held without my own will of being here. I want to go home. I want to go back to Green Bay.
We're hearing the audio recordings for the first time tonight as dispatchers and police in Green Bay worked quickly to help rescue a local woman who told them she was being held captive in a foreign country. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. We first shared this story yesterday on Action 2 News. Dispatchers at the Brown County Public Safety Communications Center spent much of Sunday afternoon trying to locate and help that Green Bay woman who called the non-emergency line saying she was being held against her will in the Dominican Republic.
Their quick thinking led to the woman's safe return. We only know tonight that she is safe, but not where she is. As Green Bay police tell us, this investigation is now in the hands of authorities in the Dominican Republic at this point. Sarah Thompson received the audio from that call today. She walks us through what happened.
Where are you calling from? I'm calling from a free call, like a free call app. I'm in the Dominican Republic.
You're in the Dominican Republic?
I'm from Wisconsin.
You can hear the surprise in the dispatcher's voice. A woman from Green Bay calling the non-emergency line at the Brown County Dispatch Center on a Sunday afternoon, saying she needs help but is trapped in the Dominican Republic. The questions start rolling.
And how do you know this guy? How did you end up in the Dominican Republic?
I had him online a while and I came here, but now, yesterday he locked me in the house with the chain thing outside so I can get out. Like every time I try to go, try to find a way out of here,
So when he locked you in the house?
I ripped the door off of the thing to get out of there.
Did the Dominican
where he is right now?
She tells dispatchers she willingly went to the country in October, but the man with her took her passport and phone, locked her in a home, and hurt her.
Are you being abused?
Yeah. All he did was choke me yesterday.
Dispatchers and police try to pinpoint where she is.
Do you know what the address is that you're at?
Honestly, I don't.
Working frantically back here, dispatchers are worried her captor would return at any moment, but they stay calm to keep her calm, then use another line to call for help in the Dominican.
Welcome to the United States Embassy in Santo Domingo.
This is the Marine Security Guard at Post 1. What can I do for you?
Yes, sir, my name is Supervisor Tracy. I'm calling you from a police agency in the United States. We have a U.S. citizen who's being held captive right now in the Dominican Republic.
That gets things moving quickly, and 3.5 hours after the whole ordeal began.
They're here now.
They are. Do you feel safe disconnecting with me, or do you want me to stay on the phone, or are you?
I feel safe now.
And you notice there's very little panic in their voices. Dispatchers tell us people react to emergencies in very different ways, but in such an extraordinary call as this, their training kicks in. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll show you how recent training to find abducted children made a difference in this rescue. Cammie.
WBAY TV, your first alert station. Action 2 News at 6 starts now.
How long have you been down in the Dominican Republic?
I've been here since October.
Are you being abused?
Yeah. Yesterday he locked me in the house with the chain thing outside so I can get out.
Tonight we are hearing for the first time from the woman who figured out how to call dispatchers in Green Bay, saying she was being held captive in the Dominican Republic. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. We first brought you this story 24 hours ago as dispatchers detailed their fast work with the Green Bay Police Department to get that woman out of harm's way.
Police tell us tonight the woman is safe, but don't know where she is as the investigation and case are in the hands of the authorities in the Dominican Republic. In continuing coverage tonight, Sarah Thompson shares the just released audio recordings showing how instinct, compassion, and training from dispatchers created a happy ending.
I came to a different country and I'm kind of being held without my own will of being here. I want to go home. I want to go back to Green Bay.
Where are you calling from?
I'm in the Dominican Republic.
It's not a typical call that we get, but we're trained to take those calls.
Do you know what the address is that you're at?
Honestly, I don't.
And our people are well trained not to make assumptions, not to make judgments, but to ask the questions that need to be asked.
And in this 3.5-hour emergency phone call from somewhere near Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic to Green Bay, Wisconsin, Sunday afternoon, that some might think was a hoax.
So when he locked you in the house?
Yeah. I ripped the door off of the thing to get out of there.
You hear dispatchers realize the dire situation, asking just the right questions to locate the Green Bay woman who called the non-emergency line, saying she'd been held captive in a chained-up, locked house, abused, her passport and phone seized by an abductor.
It was another awesome lesson for our people. Emergencies don't always come over 911 lines.
Communications Supervisor Tracy Ertl, who helped the original call taker and police locate the woman, says the team knew what to do because they'd thought about this before. The Brown County Public Safety Communications Center partnered with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in 2017, putting the whole staff through special training for handling child abductions.
Abductions is right here.
But it's the same for adults.
Where are you? Are you being abused? Are you being hurt? How are you being held? How long have you been there? Who's holding you? Do they have any weapons?
While people under stress respond in different ways, you can hear the calm in everyone's voices, something that's hard to train for.
They're here now.
They are?
4 days now.
While we still don't know the exact details of this situation, Ertl says a growing number of human trafficking cases highlights the importance that first-line responders be ready to help the most vulnerable, even in the middle of a Sunday afternoon.
It sounds like one of those far-off calls, but you have to be ready at any time.
Sarah Thompson, Action 2 News, Green Bay.